Making good villains is tough. There was a discussion in the comments of the last video asking why not make Sombra a big villain in the game. You know, the really dorky horse from the first episode of the 3rd season of My Little Pony. You know, the one that didn't even have to be a horse. Could have been a squid or an elephant or a marmot, cause he wanted crystals and, you know, marmots could want crystals too. Sombra's whole personality was kinda independent of a motivation or a race or anything having to do with the show. He just wanted crystals and it made the other ponies sad. What can you do with that? How are people gonna relate? No one else wants crystals? It's like trying to get emotionally connected to Barney Rubble in a Fruity Pebbles commercial. Even as a kid, I never got that conflict. I always just thought that Barney was being a jerk. Just buy your own cereal, Barney. Better yet, buy the off-brand. It's cheaper, you could buy more. But you know what might have saved Sombra? Little bit of subtlety. Imagine that Sombra had just been this weird, nebulous evil, but for some reason all the ponies that he ruled over wanted him to come back to power. They love him for some reason, maybe because it's all they know, or they were just raised to always think he was great. Oh, gotta end the show in a half hour, though. Oh, well, they loved him because they had that crystal heart thing that caused emotions to change? Oh, well, there we go. Now we have the exact same episode, but with a more compelling motivation. We did basically nothing to Sombra, but somehow we've made everything a lot more credible. Well, mainly by making Sombra the face for brainwashing. See, it doesn't have to be about the character design or necessarily the motivation. The important thing is that he's doing some kind of evil that we can relate to and understand. The kids can get it, but it's also got an extra layer for adults. Because even though they defeat Sombra, well, they've still got that heart. And it's only a matter of time before Princess Cadance gets upset and realizes that she's not popular as she'd like to be. Oh, there was a lot of potential. Oh well, let's get back to the game. So someone wanted me to get Scootaloo before I left, but actually you can't get her till later on, you have to get to the airship. For that matter, once you do get her, she's not really very influential to the game, so I'm kinda on the fence on whether or not I even want to rescue her. I mean, there's like 20 Scootaloos, I could lose one. I'm sure they'll just repopulate in their little cave. They seem pretty hardy, you know, living in a mine, no real food or water or anything. Pretty happy for the starvation too, so. Lots of requests this month. If it's your wish, I'll take you beyond the mountains. Oh wow, how did you know that was exactly where I needed to be? Gosh, it's like the one place I want to go, and you guys take me there. Although, why do you go there? Is there stuff there? Is it like good seafood? Cause I'm gonna guess that you spent all your state funding on this castle, and that's why you don't have a military. If you hadn't built the castle, then maybe you might be able to afford schools, or... I'm just saying, like, I hope we don't lose this battle, cause otherwise the history books are gonna talk about this castle, and they're gonna say that's why. I don't know how to run a country, but I just feel like it's the same as if Nazi Germany attacked Poland, and then England's leadership turned to themselves and they said, we need to build a machine that'll submerge Parliament underground. And then they divert all their time and resources to doing that, and meanwhile Nazi Germany takes over England. Cause that is pretty much the exact thing that's happened with Canterlot. These guys only had one major holding down south of here, and now it belongs to the Empire. I think the whole war basically ended already. Who are we gonna put in charge again? Is it Celestia or Mayor Mayor? Cause neither of them are qualified. Oh. Hi. Always a riot with Fluttershy. Oh, my, I suppose I could help, but could you pretty please make a donation? It's to help feed all the cute little animals. It's only 3,000 bits. What? 3,000 bits? What kind of animals are you feeding? You could buy like 180 pounds of dog food with that. If you were feeding hamsters, you could just let 200 of them die, and then go to the pet store and buy 200 more. I don't even know how many Ethiopian ponies you could feed. You are lucky the fans wanted to see you, Fluttershy. We could be feeding starving ponies. I hope you think about that. It's like 3,000 cans of soup. I could eat for nearly 3 years on that much money. I mean, I couldn't pay rent on it, but like beans and cornbread, that's totally doable. Oh, is that you, Bloom? It's been a while. Oh, that? Oh, worry not, your treasure's quite safe. Wahaha! So this is Octavia looking over Scratch. Okay. I used some herbs to put her into suspended animation. She won't age a day. Wah! That's what you wanted, right? Had to use my herbs, I did. Boy, you sure did. Those carbonite herbs, just stick them up the nose and get suspended animation. I won't ask any questions. I'm sure this flashback will explain everything. Scratch. Oh, good. And here's Octavia, here to tell us exactly what we're looking at. So even though, I mean, she'll stay like this? Naked, the way I like? Of course, your Philly friend will sleep here like this forever. Quaha! Do you keep thinking of funny things, or do you just laugh at comas? What if there were some way to bring her back? See, because I've heard that laughing inappropriately is a sign of a... Never mind. If you could call her back, she'd come back. Quaha! I'm sure you'll find something that'll bring her around. Quaha! Well, that cutscene didn't tell us anything. I failed her. Okay, in any specific manner, or just you failed her generally speaking? Okay, don't say anything. Just follow Apple Bloom like a bunch of baby ducklings. Oh no, Duckling Trixie, your mommy went upstairs, you better go with her. Are we sad about Scratch for some reason? Dots. Okay, so, in the original game, Apple Bloom was played by a male character, and the person in that bed was his ex-girlfriend. So, I can't tell, is it being implied that Apple Bloom and Scratch once, touched butts? Are we supposed to be wrapped up in their ongoing struggle to be simultaneously conscious? Is Trixie jealous? I mean, I can't tell. This is the problem with having an all-female cast. You have to be slightly more forthcoming if one of them has the hots for the other. It's not like the censors are gonna come down on you. You could have a little bit of expository dialogue. Just have Apple Bloom say, "I love Scratch in her butt more than anything. Using 11 different herbs and spices, I have preserved her butt for the prosperity of future generations. This is a good thing I have done. Someday you will all understand." Scratch would probably argue, but I couldn't preserve her ability to argue though, so that's why it's for the best. And where the heck is the weapons guy? I want to buy shrapnel for Fluttershy to throw at stuff. Is he having a smoke in the back room? Do you guys have a back room? Do you have a bathroom? You don't have any of those things. Man, that weapon guy's gonna feel so dumb when he comes back. The armor guy's gonna be like, "So you missed the adventurers?" And the weapon guy's gonna be like, "What? Adventurers? Did they buy anything?" And the armor guy's gonna be like, "Not from me, but they were looking for you." Then the weapons guy's gonna fall into a deep depression because the reason he wasn't at the counter was because he was having an existential crisis over the fact that he runs a weapon shop in a place where nobody buys weapons. He was thinking to himself, "I have no wife and my job has no meaning. If only someone would come by and buy some weapons, but no one ever does." Then we missed each other. And now I'm sure it's gonna cause a rift between the weapons guy and the armor guy. The weapons guy's gonna be like, "How come you didn't tell them I was just in the back room?" And the armor guy's gonna be like, "I didn't know you were in the back room." The weapons guy will say, "Well, you could've made an educated guess." The armor guy will say, "Calm down, I didn't know." Weapons guy will say, "That was my one chance! We've been talking about this for ages!" Armor guy says, "Well, maybe they'll come back." Weapons guy says, "They're not coming back, armor guy! They went to the next town and the weapons are better there!" Armor guy goes, "Oh, yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, they didn't buy any armor either." But it doesn't make weapons guy feel any better, because seriously, why would it? After that, weapons guy and armor guy just kind of drift apart. They don't talk as often. Gosh, I should really go back to Coatlingen at some point and just check and see if they come back. Oh well, at least this guy is here. Okay, so I'm looking for just little bits of shrapnel, you know, like little nails, or just... they call them shurikens. Mirror dust. What are these? These are expensive. Fluttershy's not gonna be in the party that long. Let's see. Mirror image. That could be good. I don't think she's gonna be in there that long. Just 4, please. No, actually, I don't know if Fluttershy is still programmed to do this, but in the original game, Shadow, the character that she replaced, sometimes he will just leave the party after a battle. So you could pay him 3,000 gold and then buy him a whole new set of armor and weapons, and then after one fight, he would just up and go. Actually, Fluttershy as Shadow is probably a really good match, because Shadow was like the most antisocial character in the game. That and he had the dog, which, in this game, I wish the sprites had been switched over for rabbits. Wah! Is that Fluttershy making that noise? Is she purring like a kitty? Maybe she's having a nightmare where she's trapped inside a cat. Oh no, it's the ghost of Christmas past! The clock has struck 12! Oh, sing the Marley song. We're Marley and Marley. Posy, I'm done for. Find me here. Please, Posy. We're Marley and Marley. Woo! Oh, hey dude. You left without the song. You forgot the song. How am I gonna learn the lesson before Christmas? I'm gonna report you to the Ghost Union. You're supposed to do a job. This is just unbelievable. Ghosts are so lazy in this game. First it was Applejack's aunt, and now it's like Fluttershy's dead boyfriend or whoever. I don't even know who he is. He didn't sing a nice introductory song. Woo, Fluttershy, remember that time that you got me killed? What a waste of ghost powers. Yes, I remember that time. It was a really traumatic experience for both of us, and you died. Thanks for nothing for reminding me. Bob Cratchit still isn't getting a raise. Stupid ghost of boyfriend's past. So I guess we'll just follow this little path of, like, lighter green, which I don't know if is supposed to be a path, or just kinda is there. I guess the guys who were making the map just were like, wow, this solid green stuff? Boring. Let's go ahead and add some light green. And now the map is significantly enhanced. Honestly, though, I don't know what else I would add to a map like this. I mean, it's functional. There was a game I used to play called Breath of Fire, where sometimes, like, little animals would pop up and you could hunt them with a bow. It was useless, but I mean, liven things up a little bit. Welcome to Las Pegasus, named for the lack of Pegasi that you will find here. What exactly was wrong with just keeping the name Zozo? I mean, are we making a scathing commentary on Los Angeles? The original game named this place Zozo, which was a silly name, but fun to say. Ah, yes, the stop clock. Well, let me just check my cell phone. Actually, I think that there's a timer in the little, like, menu window. I could probably just look at that. Whatever, I'm doing a civic duty. And revealing a secret passage as a result. a reward of my civic duty. I imagine someone's gonna be really disappointed that this elaborate thing didn't work out the way they planned. Their friends were probably telling them, like, man, why don't you just buy a storage space and just lock it up, you know? And he goes, oh, come on, no one's gonna walk in here and just set the clock. Who's gonna be that friggin' obsessive-compulsive? But little did they realize I brought Luna with me. We couldn't leave without setting the clock. Luna would have a fit. She'd complain about it for the rest of the trip. We'd be like, come on, Luna, let's go. And she'd be like, wait. I just want to set the clock. You try to tell her, you know, it's not our clock. And she's like, I know it's not our clock, but just really, how long would it take to set the clock? Luna would know that she's being irrational, but she just feels really strongly that she can't leave unless the clock is fixed. It was gonna happen. We were destined to find that treasure. You know what? I don't think we're in Las Pegasus. I think we might be in Trottingham, because everyone here is Pip. In fact, it's starting to make me feel really out of place. I mean, I'm sure that all these Pips can just see that I'm not a Pip, and it's... You know, they think I'm a foreigner. In fact, I am a foreigner. Oh, they're gonna think I'm a tourist. Ah, frig, I'm gonna turn around and ask one of them. I'm gonna be like, hey, do you know where to find the so-and-so? And they're just gonna give me a look. That's it, I'm just gonna wander around aimlessly and not ask for any directions. I'll just navigate by the buildings, even though they all look the same. And there are no buildings like this anywhere else in the world. I don't even know what these buildings are for. Are these apartment complexes, or am I in a shopping mall? I don't know. It looks like I'm in like a broom closet right now, but a broom closet with a treasure in it. I think I may have to admit I don't understand the customs, or know any of the laws. And I might be in the wrong building. Hup, yeah. I'll just go over to this other building over here. That other guy's jumping around, I think that's okay. Hello, I'm passing through someone's, room or your item shop? I don't know. I'm definitely not a tourist, though. I am exactly where I intend to be. Just hopping between buildings, you know, like all of us natural-born Las Pegasus citizens tend to do. No reason to pickpocket me or lead me into an alley or anything. I wouldn't be fooled, I'm street smart. Okay, now where the heck am I now? Man, I keep getting hit by these really powerful magic spells. Way to drop the ball, Trixie, that's your court! I can't get her to do her thing fast enough. I just show up and fire! Ah, Apple Bloom's dead. I'm all out of Phoenix Down, so I kinda have to hope for no more bad luck on that. And who did they hire to build this place? I mean, come on, this place is a fire hazard. They got fire-casting monsters in here, and like the buildings are really close together and there's no way to get down. At least 3 times now, my wandering around Las Pegasus should have killed everyone. I don't know who their rebellion mayor is, but they should form a committee and establish some building codes. There's lawlessness, and then there's just plain stupid. What is a Fafnir? Well, I got one now. I'm pretty sure it's a stand-in for the fire gauntlet, which, you know, is another thing. It's a fire gauntlet. And a fire anything is bad, I'm telling you. We're gonna leave and we're gonna hear next week in the newspaper. Las Pegasus burned to the ground. Authorities not surprised. No survivors. Oh, hello. It looks like another one of those guys that was training under Greymane. Well, it's all you, Luna. He's bright yellow and you can't miss him. Now, the thing about this guy is that he does all physical attacks, so there's some ways that you can really screw him up, but I didn't do any of those things. See, he's a pretty weak boss in the original game, just because all he does is physical attacks, and I was playing pretty smart, you know, I confused his allies, I was just hitting him exclusively. Then things got a little bit hairy. Yep, there we go, he started doubling up on attacks that one-hit KO'd my party members. Now, I didn't expect that, but I kinda had things working against me. The first thing is that I had run out of Phoenix Down, so I couldn't revive anyone. And the second was, I wasn't prepared to be one-hit KO'd, so I hadn't done anything to stop it. So I kinda got the rug yanked out from underneath me. I feel a little bit blindsided and kinda lost the wind from my sails. I can go back and do it again, but unlike the Ghost Train, it's sort of like, I know exactly what I need to do, and I'm not really feeling like doing it right away. I mean, that was kind of a sucker punch. Oh well, it was gonna end it here anyway, and I'll get him next time. Let's look at the monsters. There were more dogs, a pony and a bird, a bunch of stingy bees, 2 different kinds of hunchback, a lady in a dress, and a great big giant in his underwear. I ran away because he was in his underwear and it was awkward. Thanks for playing with me, everybody.